All right, so let's kick it off. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody, and then you guys can unmute yourselves. Okay,
Okay.
so thank you guys for hopping on. We're really excited to share the opportunity with you guys tonight. I have Caitlin and Juliana here, and they're people that I've worked with for a long time now in this business, some of my day ones, so really exciting. We've never done a call just the three of us before, so we're excited to kind of tell you all about this, what it's done for us, and give you guys kind of the opportunity to figure out how you guys can jump on board. So I guess I'll start, and then Joel, you can go.
Yeah.
My name's Chelsea. I've been with the business for almost 2.5 years. I do this full time, although I did not think it was going to be a full time. So some people do come into this knowing that they do want to make it full time. For me, I just wanted a couple extra $100 a month. If I could just pay off one less bill a month and not have to worry about it, I was fine with that. Then fast forward to when I got my first check, I decided, you know what? I've always wanted the freedom to work anywhere I can open my computer or connect to the Wi-Fi. So I kind of jumped in with both feet at that point, and I made this my full-time income within 8 months of working with the company. So that was almost 2.5 years ago now. I do this full time. I've made the best friendships. I definitely was not in it for friendships either, but I love this community that we've built. There's something about working with like-minded men and women who are on the same page and always lifting each other up. I think that's hard to find nowadays. So that's kind of a little bit about me. I'm obsessed with this company. I really don't have anything bad to say, although I was very skeptical when I was in your shoes. So hold on to your hats. We're going to get into all of that. But yeah, thanks for joining us tonight. I'm excited.
Yeah. So, I'm Juliana. Nice to meet everyone. But yeah, I mean, I guess I had a little bit of a different, sorry, my cat is like, I had a little bit of a different like experience than Chelsea. When I signed on, I like saw this opportunity and I was like, oh my God, this is what I've been looking for that I didn't know I was looking for. I was at this time in my life where I was kind of transitioning. I just decided I didn't want to go to med school. So all of a sudden it was like, oh my God, this plan that I've had my entire life is going down the drain. And like, what am I doing? And like, I knew I needed something. I wasn't like happy. I didn't feel fulfilled. And I wanted to be able to do all of those things that, everyone wants to do. I wanted to travel. I wanted to be able to, go visit my family. I wanted to live my life on my terms. And when I saw this, I was like, this is it. This is how I'm going to live my life the way I want to. This is how I'm going to have, that dream life. And so I signed on and I ran with it. And I've been, running with it ever since. I started about a year and a half ago. It became my full-time job. I graduated 6 months in and I went full-time with it a day later. I didn't even go to my graduation. I literally flew to New York to see Chelsea and go to an event. And so, yeah, and I, like Chelsea said, there's nothing bad to say about this business. Like, it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. It's changed my life. And I feel like every day I'm just so grateful that I did decide to give it a shot and go for it. So that's my little, 2 cents.
Glad you're here too.
Everyone, my name's Caitlin, and I think my story is kind of a perfect combination of both Chelsea and Juliana's in the sense of like, it wasn't what I was looking for initially, but the moment I saw what an amazing opportunity it was, I just went in guns blazing. So I had just come back from an 8-month backpacking trip through South America. I had quit my corporate job. I was working in Silicon Valley as a sales manager, and I really didn't want to go back to a 9 to 5. And so I spent an entire weekend reflecting about what it was that I wanted out of my life. And I wrote in a journal 6 key things. I wanted to monetize my Instagram. I wanted to save for a new home. I wanted a brand new car. I wanted to continue to travel the world. And the next day I get a message asking if I'd be interested in learning more about an opportunity. And I knew the moment that I read it that this is what I had written down in my journal. And so I jumped in with 2 feet in August of 2018 and have building our business ever since. It's been such an amazing opportunity that's allowed me to continue to travel. In March of this year, I spent a month in the Philippines. I just got back from spending 10 days in Tokyo. I haven't had to worry about any finances since joining. Whenever I travel, it's just pay it all in cash, which has been amazing. So for me, I didn't really have any reservations. Like, I just knew in my heart that I was going to try something new and give it all that I had. And, it's been an amazing 16 months.
I love that. We're all so different, but can come together in this business and have this like amazing friendship and business relationship. And I think that's the beauty of this company, and something like Caitlin and I are, and Juliana, we all three of us love to travel. And I think that's something that really stuck out to me when I joined was my fiance already was working from home. He can work anywhere. He can open his laptop. And I was always trying to figure out how I could do that. So when I jumped in with both feet into this business, I was like, this is how I'm going to do what I wanted to do. And I think that people are afraid that they think they have to like give up one passion for this, or like, you have to be one or the other. It's not true. And you can be anything you want. It's 2020. I almost said 2019. It's 2020. And I think everybody should be making an income from their social media. And you can, if anything, this opens up more doors for you to do what you're passionate about. It's not about choosing. It's about working to create what you want in your life. So I travel so many weeks out of the year now. I think at least 10 weeks out of the year I travel, and I come from a retail background. I had to beg for the time off that I was even given, which was only 10 days. And I knew that that's just not where my heart was. So when this kind of leads me into like our first thing that we hear all the time, which is, I don't have time. I'm really busy. I have a full plate. I'm a teacher. I'm a mom. I'm a student. I'm a wife. I'm a 9-to-5er. I'm a nurse. Like, all of those people are on this team. Everybody that I just named does this. So it's really about making the time. And I think when we tell ourselves we don't have enough time, it's kind of a lie, because we're already on social media, right? Like, if you're on this call, chances are that you got invited from social media by one of us, right? So you're already spending the time and energy on social media. We're just here to help you make an income from it. We're not going to ask you to be anybody that you're not. We love who you are already. We loved your page already. If you're already getting invited onto this call, you're doing something right. So if you could just trust us to mentor you and give you the resources that you need to be successful in this business, if you have 1 hour out of your day to start with, we will show you how to create a legitimate side income with this business. And if you find out that you love this business as much as we do, maybe you put more time into it every day. That's totally up to you. But the whole I don't have time thing, we have the time. If you're scrolling on social media, you have the time to do this. And how cool is it that we live in a time where we can literally be ourselves and make a full-time income from it, or any type of income. I just think that's so cool. So but Jewel, do you want to kind of talk about not having experience in sales? Because I do have experience in sales, and so does Kate.
Yeah, definitely. So, like I said, whenever I first started with this, I was a full-time pre-med student. Again, like Chelsea said, like, if you're thinking you don't have the time, like, trust me, I had 3 jobs at the time. I was an EMT, full-time student. You got the time. If I can do this, anyone can do this. But the beauty of it is that we're already doing this online. We're already, when you're tagging brands, when you post a picture of, the food that you're eating and you tag the restaurant, you're promoting those brands. You're just not getting, paid to do it necessarily. And I think that's the beauty of this, is that you don't need that sales background. You don't need to have experience, but you already do have experience, because you're literally doing this every day. When you, refer a friend and, tell them, oh, this foundation I tried was so amazing, you just promoted that brand. And so that was a big fear for me, though. Whenever I first started, like, pre-med, no sales background, I had no clue what I was doing. I had never worked with a brand. I had never done anything like this. I knew less than nothing. And, you know, it was kind of scary when I first started because I was like, oh my God, like, what if like I'm doing this wrong? What if nobody buys from me? What if this, what if that? I'm from a super small town. So I didn't really, you know, I didn't come from this like huge town where I knew everyone and all this sort of stuff. I was always super shy and reserved throughout school. So I didn't have this giant network. I didn't have the huge following. And I was definitely scared because who isn't scared? Everyone has those like little self-doubts. But when I signed up and like you get so much training, so much help along the way that even if you are like me and you have no clue what you're doing, like you have those mentors, you have those people there to help you out along the way and to teach you what to do. And, you know, now like I'm not scared of it. It's, you know, something that I do every day, whether it's promoting this brand or working with other brands. Now I work from social media full time. I do influencer work. I just worked with Neutrogena. And this job gave me that training to be able to do that. So even if you're starting with no experience, no knowledge of sales, I always used to say, like, I probably couldn't sell water to someone who was dying of thirst, but these products are so good. Like, you don't need to be good at sales. All you have to do is use the products. People are going to see your results and they're going to want to know more. So it's an easy conversation to have. Like, this is shampoo. Everybody uses it. You're not selling anything crazy. You're literally just talking about a product that you love. So that's kind of like my.
Totally agree. Kate, do you want to kind of talk about like not being spammy or like not having the followers? I feel like a lot of people are concerned with their amount of following and if anybody would even care or whatever.
Yeah, so I think when it comes to the spammy thing, one thing that I really love about this opportunity is you have the ability to create and make it whatever you'd like it to be. And so we obviously give you the tools to be successful. We give you guidelines on how you can build a brand, but there's no like rigorous requirement of you have to have this certain type of look or you have to do this certain type of thing. Like people will love the products because you're being yourself and you're promoting them, you're using them, and you're creating your own unique vibe. So one thing that we really specialize in is attraction marketing. I think one of the best ways to think of it is kind of like Kylie Jenner. I know not everyone loves her, but I do. Yeah. So essentially what you're doing is you're just showcasing your lifestyle, your life, things that you're doing, and then you're kind of gently incorporating the opportunity and the products. And by doing that, you're not being spammy at all. You're just telling a story. Like at the end of the day, that's what we are, is we're storytellers. If you feel like you don't have any experience in that, like we teach you how. So that's when people think like, you know, I don't want to be spammy. I mean, you're not. Like, you're literally just promoting something and telling a story. What was the second one? The second question?
Not having enough followers or like a big enough network. And Jewel kind of touched on that too. But
yeah, I mean, I think Juliana's story is pretty incredible. She came from, like she said, a small town. So it's kind of like what she was working with initially was already small. Followers are not equivalent to success. I think a lot of us started with pretty minimal following, and there's top people in our company that don't have any following at all. It's not necessarily about your numbers. It's about how many people are you talking to and engaging with. And that's really going to equate to success, not necessarily you having this large creative brand. Like, I certainly did not have that when I started. I think I had like maybe 1,000, and I was quite content with that. And it was easy to build just because you're working your business and you're meeting new people.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I think too, the thing is with social media is that there's not a cap on how many people you can reach anymore. Mm-hmm. We have people that come in that we talk to all the time and we're on the phone with them and they're like, I only have 500 followers. And what I say is it's a good thing there's a billion people on social media, because having 500 followers doesn't matter. We're going to show you how to grow your network, grow your following. We're going to really hold your hand and give you the mentorship that you need, but you'll grow as you go. And nobody comes, I always say this too, like nobody comes out of the womb being great at selling. Nobody comes out of the womb being great at anything. It's all about practice and putting yourself out there and the willingness to learn. So if you have those things and you have that hour and you're already on social media, I already think that you're going to be a great person for this business. You don't need to be popular. You don't need to be college educated. You don't need to have a lot of money, which kind of leads into my next thing too, is that when people tell me they don't have a lot of money, I'm thinking about how broke I was when I joined this company. I was 4 years out of college, went to college, did all the things that everybody told me I was supposed to do, was living on my own, paying my own rent, pretty independent, living paycheck to paycheck. I just couldn't do that anymore. I was in the process of starting my own online store. I was nannying to supplement my income. And when I told my fiance that I was going to purchase a product pack to sell hair care, we are skincare now too. We haven't really touched on that yet, but we are a luxury skincare and hair care company now. But at the time, it was just hair care. And my fiance was like, what are you doing? You have no money. You're not a cosmetologist. You don't know what you're doing. This is not going to work. You're going to spend so much money on this business. What are you doing? And I was like, I am so broke. I cannot say no to making money off my Instagram. I'm already on it. I'm already putting an effort into it, making it look good and aesthetically pleasing. And I'm already branding myself. So I might as well. Thank God I didn't listen to him, even though I love him with all my heart, because now I take him on company paid trips. I take him, I'm able to contribute more to the household. I can buy groceries all week long if I need to. It's the little things at the end of the day. I'm somebody that likes to get my nails done, and I don't have to worry about that stuff. It's not necessarily about the trips and the car that we get on all of that type of thing. It's the little things that this company has really done for us, I think, at the end of the day. And like Caitlin said, I can travel without having to worry when I'm going to spend my last penny and all of these things like I used to do, put myself into debt traveling many times. But nobody that starts a side business has the money, okay? So if you can think long-term, don't think, oh, I'm going to spend this money. I can't spend the money. Can you afford to not spend the money is really what you should be asking yourself, because we get paid 5 times a month. So we get paid every Friday, and on the 15th of the month, we get our bonus checks. We get paid in 10 different ways. We will teach you how to make your money back within your first month plus more. This is not something that has quotas. This is not something that you take an inventory. You make a one-time investment to make sure that you love the products that you are promoting. If you never want to buy anything again, fine. If you don't love the business within your first 30 days, fine. Throw everything back into the product pack, ship it back for your full refund. You're going to be right where you are right now. I could charge my credit card, added to my credit card debt when I started with this company. And thank God I did, because I just paid off all my credit card debt this year. And I get to plan my wedding now without having that like holding over my head. So there are a few different options, and people do ask like, well, why do I even need to buy something to start this, right? Everybody asks that. It's your own business. So of course you need to make an investment, right? This just happens to be tens of thousands of dollars less than starting your actual home business. So this is more like a virtual franchise. We are a $1 billion company. You are signing on to something that's already on fire. People are already buying the products, loving them. You're just endorsing it, basically. So you're going to make that one-time investment, and it's all uphill from there, or all downhill, however you want to say it, I guess. Do you guys want to go over some of the product packs? Or do we want to leave that for, do we want to have everybody kind of like get with whoever? Yeah, I think that might be better, right?
Yeah, I think that, and maybe we open it up to questions, or if people have any.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. So while you guys are putting these things into the chat, there are 3 different product packs for you guys to choose from. The amazing thing that I do want to mention is that if you sign on before January 10th, you do get 4 extra products for free. It's like a $233 retail price, so there's that on the table. but all of our products are customizable based on your hair type and your skin type. So that's why we're saying, let's wait for you guys to get in touch with whoever invited you onto this call. And you guys can decide what pack would be best for you guys, because they're all a little bit different. But does anybody have any questions or concerns? Literally anything. We are open books. We'll answer anything. Do you guys have anything else you want to add?
While we're waiting, just to reiterate, you guys, like, you do have a chat option. So if you want to type something into the chat that you have a question on, we can read it off. So I see that there's one. Let's wait for a couple more. I just wanted to add one thing to Chelsea's story about having a partner that might be skeptical, because I think probably all of us did. And I'm sure there's plenty of people on this call that have one too. And I think it's important to acknowledge that, yes, there might be people who may say, like, you know, what are you doing? Or, you know, why are you trying something new? If you were to try almost anything new, you're going to have people who might have feedback. But I would say, you know, to keep this in mind, like, if this is something that you're genuinely curious about, if this is something that your gut or your heart is telling you to try, you know, bet on yourself. Like, that's the only person that matters. Like, I would have seriously regretted saying no because my boyfriend was a little bit skeptical. And now he thinks this is like the greatest thing I've ever started, which is crazy to me because I think I've done a lot of amazing things, but this is the one that he thinks is phenomenal. So, you know, really, like, if it's in your heart, if you feel it and you're a little bit nervous, like, you're the one who's going to succeed in this business. Bet on yourself, trust yourself. You don't want to miss a seat on a rocket ship. And this is literally what's being offered to you. So that's the only thing I wanted to add.
It's so true. Just to piggyback off of that too, like, we're only a 5-year-old company, you guys. This is the time to start with a company like this for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. I mean, like they were saying, we just launched skincare. We're launching in 2 new countries on the 8th, like, officially. There's so many amazing things happening right now. And, like, this business literally can be that thing that changes your life. And I feel like so many people wait on joining. They kind of like second guess it. They need to think it over, you know, and then 2 months later, it's like, wow, I wish I would have started when I was originally offered this opportunity. So don't let yourself, like, overthink it. Don't let yourself, you know, doubt yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're thinking like this could be that thing, if you're feeling excited, if you're feeling that like little nervous feeling inside where you're like, oh, like, maybe I want to do it, I don't know, like, just do it. Just take that step.
Yeah, it's like having a crush for the first time.
Yeah, like, you're nervous walking into your first job too. It doesn't mean it's like a stop red, don't go there, you know? Do we want to answer some of these products? So one of them is, what are the different skincare and shampoo conditioner lines? Is there skin? Okay, so all of our products are naturally based, cruelty-free, vegan, gluten-free, and anti-aging. We have no harmful fragrances, parabens, sulfates, any of that stuff. So I hope that Elena answers that for you. We have customizable skincare and hair care for every skincare, hair type, ethnicity, men, women. We have a dog line as well. So we have something for everybody, and we kind of customize based on what they tell us their needs are. Shampoos, conditioners, styling products. I have galore products right here. Literally anything that you can think of. Moisturizers for skin, cleansers, toners, under eye treatments, you name it. Yeah.
Whatever you want, we have.
We have it all. We really do. And we have a scientific team too that really is always rolling out new things, and we really are disrupting the beauty industry just because we are naturally based and anti-aging, and we're always revolutionizing the industry. So you do not need to be tech savvy. We will help you with everything. If you're on social media and you can deal with that, you can do this business. Not a big deal. We'll give you everything.
Yeah, I'm the worst at technology. Like, I have no clue what I'm doing when it comes to a computer, phone, camera, anything. So don't worry.
Do you guys want to go over some of these other ones?
Yeah. One I saw was like, how do you start once you get your pack? once you get your pack, you start. Like whenever you get off here, go talk to whoever got you on this call. They'll help you figure out which product pack is going to be best for you. Basically the difference between the packs, because I did see someone ask that too, is the number of products you're going to get and basically the type of products. So you can go anywhere between 6 products in the entire line. As you go up in price, you're getting more options, you know, different shampoos, different conditioners, skincare, the whole, you know, 9 yards. But basically once you get your product pack, whoever signed you up with that product pack is going to help you do an onboarding call, where basically they're going to go through like your goals, you know, what you want to get out of this, when do you want to get started, all that sort of stuff. And they're going to kind of get a game plan going for you, and you're just going to start. They're going to help you with, you know, what to post, who to talk to, all that sort of stuff. But the nice thing is you don't even have to wait until you get your, you know, products in. You can literally start right away.
Yeah, this is a learn as you earn thing. We're not going to make you go through weeks of training. I've had girls earn Juliana made her money back in 3 days, and some people make it back in a month. Some people make it back in 3 months. It's all about how fast you guys really want to get going. And we really do meet you where you're at. So if you tell somebody, I want to make my money back in 3 days, we'll devise a plan for that to happen. If you want to make it back within your first 30, we'll work with you with that too.
Yeah, this whole opportunity is all about what you want to get out of it, what your goals are. And I think that's the beauty of it, is like everyone on here has different goals. Everyone has a different life. They have different things that they're going for. And so this business, kind of like Chelsea said, is like, it's here to help you get to where you want to go.
For sure. So basically after this, you guys will get back in touch, or one of us will get back in touch with you, vice versa, whatever. And they'll send you a link so that you guys can look at the different packs. They're going to ask you your hair type first, just to make sure the pack you're getting makes sense and that you can love what you're investing into yourself with, right? We want you guys loving everything. And then once you guys sign up, like Juliana said, we'll plug you into some resources, have you watch a video, and then you guys will schedule an onboarding call within the next couple of days. We want you guys getting started as soon as possible. We want you making your money back as soon as possible, and all of that type of thing. So do we want to answer this one last question before we go?
Yeah, definitely. Basically, I mean, you're going to get paid. We have women making $500 a month. We have women making $5,000 plus a month. It's again, really about how much do you want to put into this, and what are your goals going to be? So that's kind of up to you. How much do you want to get paid? But there's no income cap. So you could be making, you know, you keep working with us, you could one day make $5 million a month. Like there's no limit.
Yeah.
One thing
over 10 different ways too. Go ahead, Kate.
I was going to say one thing just to add to that is when you join and you do your onboarding call, like have that number in mind that you want to earn, because if you can tell us or whoever you're working with, we can literally work down from that number and help craft a plan so that you get there at the speed that you would like. So having a clear-cut goal in mind of what you would like to earn your first month, 6 months, 12 months is so important, because we can build off of that.
Totally. All right, you guys. Well, we're going to let you guys go. We didn't want to make this too long for you guys. If you have any other questions, definitely reach out to whoever plugged you into this call. And thank you guys so much for taking the time. And we're really excited to hopefully have you join the team. And I think you guys will find that this community is amazing. And we're always here to help you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve in your life. So have a great Sunday. Thanks for hopping on here with us. We're so excited.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.